order, honorable members, the nominees before you. You are Susan Nakhumicha Wafula.
Yes, sir, I am.
Will the clerk administer the oath? You have a choice between the Quran, the Bible, and affirmation, depending on your faith.
Bible, sir.
Okay.
Stand up. I, Susan Nakhumicha Wafula, do hereby swear to testify on all matters in question and tell this committee the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Honorable members, we'll now have our last appearance of the day. I'll start by informing the committee that I know the nominee pretty well. She has worked with me and for me in part of my political work. This will not in any way impede my ability to guide you to vet her and ask questions relating to her nomination. We will introduce ourselves. Dr. Susan, this committee is set up under the standing orders of Parliament, the law relating to appointments, and the Constitution. Its primary duty is to assess your suitability to hold the office to which the President has nominated you. That is to be the Cabinet Secretary for Health. You will interact with this committee for 90 minutes. They'll ask you questions or make comments about you, your work, and even your life, if they know anything about it. The proceedings are not adversarial. You are encouraged to answer questions through the chair, and members will routinely ask questions through the chair. We will introduce ourselves to you. The chair is yours truly, the Speaker of the National Assembly. I'll invite the Deputy Speaker, and upon introduction, I want to inform the House that apart from the members of the committee, we have allowed in one member as a friend of the committee, the Dr. Nyikal, member for Seme in Kisumu County, who has a rich history of having been a doctor, a DMS, a PS Health, but above all, he commands tremendous respect from both sides of the House in his conduct as a member.
Good evening, Dr. Susan Wafula. First, I want to congratulate you on your nomination as Cabinet Secretary for Health. And I'm Gladys Boss, member for Singishu County and also Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. Karibu.
Kimani.
Kimani Ishongwa, Member of Parliament for Kikuyu.
My name is Opio Wandai, MP Ugunja.
My name is Junet Mohammed, MP Sona East.
I am Owen Baya, MP for Kilifi North.
Robert Mbui, MP Kadhiani.
Rehab Mukami, County MP Nyeri.
My name is Ferdinand Wanyonyi, Member of Parliament at Trans Nzoia County, May I also take this opportunity to say that I know Dr. Susan Nakhumicha because she actually comes from Trans Nzoia County. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. George Gitonga Murugara, Member of Parliament for Tharaka constituency in Tharaka County.
David Kosing, my name, MP Pokot South, West Pokot County.
Abdul Rahim Daoud, MP for North Imenti, Meru County, and a member of this committee.
Honorable Mishimboko, MP Likoni, also a member of this committee.
Nelson Rapkoech, MP Belgut constituency.
Good evening. I'm Caleb Amisi, MP Saboti, and Chair, allow me also to declare interest under Standing Order 90 that the nominee before us, she is known to me. She comes from Trans Nzoia. We've also done a lot of political activities during the CORD coalition and later on NASA, where you are the principal. And I've also seconded to Kitale National Polytechnic because of leadership skills. Thank you.
Dido Raso, MP Saku, Marsabit County.
Well, thank you, Chair. Abdi Shurie, MP Balambala, Garissa County. No interest to declare.
Emma Semeri, MP Teso South, Busia County.
Dr. James Nikal, Member of Parliament for Seme constituency in Kisumu County, and a friend of this committee, attending mainly because of my special interest and passion in matters health. Thank you.
Thank you. Stephen Mule, MP Matungulu. I'm glad to sit with my senior and my mentor.
My name is Gikaria David, Nakuru Town is constituency.
Naisula Lesuda, MP Samburu West.
Thank you. Susan Nakhumicha, we will proceed as follows. We will give you, after going through some documentation checks, an opportunity of not more than 10 minutes, the lesser the better, to tell the committee the story of your life up to where you are sitting. Upon doing so, we'll open the... Sorry, I have not invited the clerk to introduce her team. Florence, I keep on forgetting.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Sitting in for the acting clerk, I'm Florence Atenya Bonyo, Director, Audit, Appropriations and Other Select Committee. Committees with me is Mr. Michael Karuru, immediate left, the Deputy Director, Legal Services, and behind him is a team of officers in the committee secretariat.
Thank you. So we'll give you 10 minutes to tell us the story of your life, whereafter we'll open the plenary to the committee to ask you whatever questions the members desire to ask you. But before that, let's do some check on your documentation to confirm. Do you have your tax compliance certificate from KRA? Switch on the microphone.
Yes, I do.
Do you have your Higher Education Loans Board clearance certificate?
Yes, I do, and I was not a beneficiary.
Do you have your clearance with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission?
I do.
Do you have a certificate of good conduct from DCI?
I do.
Have you ever been charged and convicted of an offense in a court of law?
No, sir.
Are you a dual citizen of Kenya and any other jurisdiction?
I'm only Kenyan.
At a personal level, what is your net worth in terms of finance?
My net worth, Chair, is about 101 million, composed of a townhouse that I own in Syokimau. I have an apartment in Syokimau. I have some land in Kangundo. I have some land in Trans Nzoia County. I have land in Bungoma County. I have land in Kakamega County. I have shares and deposits in SACCOs, 2 SACCOs, Waumini SACCO and UN Women SACCO. I have dividends from where I have placed my shares, one of them, Cooperative Bank of Kenya. Thank you, sir.
We'll now open the conversation with the nominee. I'll give the first shot to the Deputy Speaker.
10 minutes first.
Oh, my. I'm so sorry, members. I think diminishing returns are setting in.
Speaker, it's 6:15. It's allowed.
Yeah.
But maybe there's something she said. You said you have shares in Cooperative Bank of Kenya or dividends as part of your declared wealth.
Shares.
Shares.
Yes.
And that come after her 10 minutes?
Yeah. Okay.
You can interrogate her on that after her 10 minutes. You have now your 10 minutes or less to tell us the story of your life.
Thank you, Chair and honorable members, for giving me an opportunity to appear before you this evening and tell the committee members and the Kenyans at large the story of my life. I was born in 1979 in Kericho, specifically Londiani, to a policeman and a policewoman. And later they moved and we settled in Trans Nzoia County in a place called Sekhendu, where I largely grew up in that area. Members and chairs, you are aware, policemen and policewomen in this country are people who are moved from one station to another. So my parents were being moved from one station to another to work. And it's that time that I was taken up by my maternal uncle, who I lived with during my primary education, which I finished at a school called Baraton Primary School. It is in Kiminini constituency in Trans Nzoia County in 1992. And I'm happy to tell honorable members that in the KCPE exams of 1992, I was the best student in then Trans Nzoia district. After that, I joined Maryhill Girls High School, a national school in Thika, where I did my secondary school education. While at Maryhill, I was engaged in several leadership positions, one of them chair of journalism, and then I thought that I would end up in media. And after Maryhill, immediately after, I got a call from KCB Bank to join them and work for them. And it was basically because I was very good in volleyball, so they were recruiting for their team. And my mom was like, who does volleyball for a living? So I did not join the commercial bank. So then I moved to MTC, Kenya Medical Training College, where I trained as a pharmaceutical technologist and graduated in 2000. Just to let members know that while at MTC, my parents, a policeman and policewoman, could not afford much. So from the second year of MTC, I did odd jobs to pay my school fees. After MTC, I managed to get a job in one of the pharmaceutical retail pharmacies in this country, where I worked for a period of time. During that time, I was also doing a degree in pharmacy, online degree from EG University in Turkey, where I completed. However, I did not get registered as a pharmacist because of the difference in legislation, the difference in the number of years covered in Turkey and covered in Kenya. But after that, while working, I proceeded to do a degree in procurement and supplies from Jomo Kenyatta University. And by the time I was doing that degree, I was working at Mission for Essential Drugs and Supplies. Chair and members, I stopped working in the pharmacy my last stage as a pharmaceutical technologist was in charge of AAR healthcare in Kisumu County. So when I joined MEDS, I started as a junior operations officer. But while working as an operation officer, one of my responsibilities was to consolidate orders and send medical supplies to faith-based hospitals in this country. I then realized that there was a gap, that any time I was fulfilling orders from these faith-based hospitals, we could not fulfill them at 100%.